Ah, yes, they're back. It's the friendship statue of Trump and Epstein in Washington, D.C., and the timing is not a coincidence, as we learned a lot from some new emails, courtesy of the Epstein estate, that show our commander in chief is just a big old pedo protector and a massive liar. Not that there's anything new about that. So, hit subscribe to Really American Media. And let's get into an old topic that is new again. Yeah, the Epstein files.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years.
Yes, Grandpa Pervy, we're still talking about it. And thanks to the news networks, social media, and protest artists, this isn't going away. So you may as well just release the files. And as you guys know, I love protest art. We've had some great examples on the mall in DC, like the bronze poop on Nancy Pelosi's desk, a classic, the golden fist of Trump crushing our democracy, a sad reality. How about the golden TV playing video of Trump and Epstein together on a loop, which is hilarious? But this one seems to have really captured everyone's attention when it first went up a few months ago, only to be destroyed by Trump's goons in the dark of night.
Oh, they gonna knock it over. Look. Yep.
Yeah, and that illegal act of taking down a statue that had a permit to be there, all because it hurt our dictator in chief's little feelings, resulted in that statue actually getting destroyed, as you can see here. But then the anonymous group behind it, the secret handshake, they got some help from an insider at the Parks Department. They fixed it up and were able to put it back up on display, cracks and all. But much like the McRib, it wasn't meant to last forever. But also like the McRib, it's back.
Your neighborhood statue correspondent back here with the Trump Epstein statue, which is back. We're on the corner of 14th and B in front of Busboys and Poets here, and the Secret Handshake, they are the organizers of this statue. They were previously on the National Mall, now they're back again, and they emailed me this morning with a statement saying, much like Trump's name in an Epstein email dump, we have popped our heads out to say an unannounced hello. And there's this sign inside Busboys and Poets that says it will be on display until Monday the 17th.
Yeah, it's at a new home in D.C. in front of a private business, and it's on display until this Monday, or until some mega jackasses destroy it again. Our liberal buddy, Aaron Parnas, took a closer look at it all in this little clip.
We have some news right now. I'm here in Washington, D.C., and guess what's right behind me? The Epstein-Trump Friendship statue. It's back, and it's back one day after we saw a massive dump of Epstein files showing a much closer relationship with Donald Trump than the public previously knew about. Let me show you. I mean, this is a massive statue. It's about, if I had to guess, 14 feet tall, much taller than I am. I'm a little short. Okay, not that short, but let me show you more of the statue. It's all gold. You have Jeffrey Epstein right here, and then on the other side you have Donald Trump, and in the middle they're holding hands, and it says, in honor of Friendship Month, we celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald J. Trump and his closest friend Jeffrey Epstein, and then there must be more to life to having that. There must be more to life than having everything. That's from the birthday letter that Donald Trump reportedly wrote, according to the Wall Street Journal. Just for perspective, this is how large this statue is. I mean, it's pretty big. And it's here, so come check it out. Busboys and Poets on 14th Street.
What a beautiful sight to see, and you know it's driving Trump crazy. And as was mentioned in that first clip of the woman, the group behind it emailed us media types and said, much like Trump's name in an Epstein email dump, we have popped our head out to say a quick, unannounced hello. And as much as I do love looking at good protest art, I've been reading through these new emails, and they have been very enlightening and very disgusting.
Tonight, in newly released emails, sex offender Jeffrey Epstein repeatedly discussing Donald Trump, shedding new light on their long friendship and seeming to suggest Trump had information he never shared. In a 2011 exchange with his co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein writing the, quote, dog that hasn't barked is Trump, adding one of his victims spent hours with Trump at Epstein's home, but that Trump has never once been mentioned. Maxwell replying, I have been thinking about that.
Yeah, we've all been thinking about that for months now, and I have been saying that this infamous birthday card that Trump absolutely drew, despite the denials we keep getting from the guy that lies more than a rug, it is absolutely an admission of guilt. Not that Trump necessarily did anything to kids himself, but that he knew what his good buddy was up to, because this Trump doodle is of a girl, not of a woman, or it would look like this. which means in order for this joke to make any sense, our president must have known that Epstein liked girls on the younger side, like Donnie himself once said.
Trump and Epstein were friends for more than a decade.
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Yeah, isn't that interesting that Epstein took the fifth, the right not to incriminate yourself, when asked if he and Trump ever socialized with girls under the age of 18? I wonder what Trump thinks about people that take the fifth. I mean, if only I could find some video of him addressing that very issue. Yeah, you know I have the video, right? Okay, just roll it.
Fifth Amendment. The mob takes the fifth. If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
Fifth Amendment. Horrible.
Well, hey, you said it, not me. And if only Epstein had ever acknowledged that Trump knew about the girls in writing, I mean, boy, that would be some major news.
In a 2019 email to author Michael Wolff, Epstein writing, Trump said he asked me to resign, never a member ever. Of course, he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Maxwell is serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. Sources say she's angling for a pardon. And just a few weeks ago, when Trump was asked about her, he didn't rule it out.
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
I haven't heard the name in so long. I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it.
Yeah, gee, what a convincing denial from Trump to pretend he doesn't know who this woman is. The woman that he recently wished well in prison and clearly went out of his way to transfer her to a comfy new prison that no other sex trafficker would ever be allowed at. The same white-collar prison that has now given her a puppy to play with, and no, that's not a joke, and where the staff is complaining that they have to wait on Maxwell hand and foot. It's almost as if she knows something and Trump is trying to buy her silence. And it looks like that because it's exactly what is happening.
Tonight, Democrats say the new emails increase the pressure on the Justice Department to release the FBI's full Epstein files.
What I know today is that Donald Trump is the president and he campaigned on releasing all the Epstein files. Obsessed about it. His vice president obsessed about it. And now the White House is involved in a massive cover-up, and we want to know why won't they release the files?
Yes, why won't they release them indeed? It's almost as if Trump didn't think he'd actually win re-election and just figured he would never have to be in this position. And do not ever forget when he was asked about this during the election and gave this guilty as hell answer.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others.
What an odd thing to say.
I didn't know you were going to be talking about this.
Why, yes, Bart, that is an odd thing to say. And getting back to this week, Trump just did another odd thing that only a guilty person would do.
And David, in another twist, the White House is trying to pressure Republicans to switch their vote on that petition. Today, summoning Congresswoman Lauren Boebert here to the White House to the Situation Room, where the Attorney General and the FBI director tried to convince her not to do it. But tonight, she's still signed on to try and force the release of these files.
Yeah, time will tell if they're ever going to get released or not. But do keep in mind, if the vote passes in the House, it still has to go through the Senate, and then Trump himself would have to sign it. So don't hold your breath. But there is one thing we can do if we ever want to see those fucking files. We need to keep the pressure on. And public displays of protest art like the Friendship statue are a great way to keep people talking about this. So go see it in DC if you can, and share videos like this. And comment below with your thoughts on all of this. Do you think Trump is guilty or really super duper guilty? Those are the only two options. So go ahead, get vocal. From the Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve podcast, I'm Steve Harness for Really American Media.